Hi, Waukegan teachers. This is Dawn Buckus here. I am your head elementary school WIN trainer, and today I'm going to talk to you about Clever. So we want to make sure that we're on the right landing page. You should always be coming to Waukegan Community Unit School District 60 page. For some reason, if you're not, the easiest way for me to tell you right now is to do clever.com. Go in, search your school. It'll bring you to this page. I highly recommend bookmarking this page or adding it as an extension. So as I come in, I'm going to log in with Google. And log in as a teacher. So here we are, we're on my landing page. This is the page that everybody, whether you're a student or a teacher, you'll come into. As a teacher, you actually have one extra page, but everybody else will have the same thing. You'll see the teacher page, and even you and your students will see your teacher page and the district page. You also have a just for you page. This page is a great place for you to house things that you would use for your students. So it could be Infinite Campus, maybe you use Powtoon, anything that you use, you can house either a link or an app here. Now we're going to come back, but we have a teacher page and a district page. And as you can see, the district has given us some resources. And then if you come back, I have also added some resources to my teacher page. All right, so let's start here on our main page, the landing page. As you come in, here is where you land. Now, there's going to be obviously some apps that you use more than other apps. So if there is, and you want to have those at the top, you simply can come over and favorite those apps, and it will bring it to the top of the page. So that's just a nice little add-on trick that you can do. The other thing you can do is you can add more pages. I might want to do this, especially if I teach math and I have an AM math class and a PM math class. So what I would do is I'm going to come to the add button at the bottom, plus add, and I'm going to come to pages. And it's going to bring me to a brand new page. So you can see I can hover over and I can change any of these things that I would like. So if this was going to be my math class, math AM class, I can call it that. New feature on here that's awesome is create a teacher announcement. This is something I can post daily. So I could put something like, make sure you go to your Google Classroom, please visit Dreambox. We'll just type something in so you can see how it works here, and then post. I can update that announcement every day. So this here, send Clever feedback, because it's a new option. You get a chance to voice your opinion. And then here, there's some different things. I can edit my announcement. I can delete the announcement. But the easiest thing to do is do a daily announcement, come in the next day, hit a new announcement, and it will automatically create that new announcement and replace the existing announcement there for you. So just a fun feature. When I start my page, I'm going to come in here, and I can edit my students. All my students can have access to this page, or one or more classes. So Clever does communicate nicely with Infinite Campus, so it's going to give you all your students. So even if I have more than one class, it's going to be in there. Or this could be a page that's only for you. So I don't have a class because I'm an instructional coach, but if I did, I could select one of these so that my students can see it. All right, so the next thing you could do here on your pages, and I'm going to just come back out and I'm going to go to a page that's already correct, that I've already created, so you can get a sense of what it would look like. So this is what a page looks like that has been created already, and it already has some things in there. You can see we have lots of different apps and links that I've put in here. And actually, I am going to show you how to delete it, because I'm going to show you how to get to EM4. So I'm going to edit, and over here, I just hit edit, and then I hit delete link. And I'll show you how to do that in 1 second. Now, while I'm in here, I like things to be organized. So you can see that I have organized them by categories. And all I've done is I've come into my plus add again, and then I hit categories. Now I can title them anything that I want. So we will just title this test so we can show you. I can move it around, so I'm going to move this down. Okay, so you can, all kinds of things. I can also drag and drop different apps into the different categories. So that's what our categories, that's how I've created those categories. Over here, you're gonna see your students, and this is where you'll see who's logged on at the time. A check means they're on at that moment, and then an X means that they are not on Clever. So I have always drilled my students to start all of their apps through Clever. That way I can see who's on, who's working on Clever or not. There's also this great new that we'll get to in a second, analytics button, and I'll show you what that does, and that gives us even more information about the students and how they're working. But on this page, or on any page, I can do two things. I can add apps and I can add links. So let's go through those two things. So the first thing is an app. So with the app, if there's an app, there's over 500 apps in the library. So when I pulled up add an app, it's coming from the library. So this tab is the same as this tab. And I know a lot of you are using Newsela right now, so in remote learning. So I'm gonna pull up Newsela and I'm gonna click it and I'm gonna put install Newsela. Here's the great thing about an app like this. It communicates with Clever. So as it comes in, it is going to add your class directly to Newsela. So you don't have to go in and put all your students. So as long as your students are coming in through Newsela, they will have their name and everything will be logged in for you. You do nothing. So now I might want to drag that up because Newsela is reading. Oops, I did not go up high enough. And I am going to drag that up to reading. So to kind of give you an idea of how that all works, that is one option I can do is add an app. Great thing about adding an app, it communicates directly with that app. It adds your students to the app. Now I can also create links. The one, especially for elementary school, that you're going to want to do here is your EM4. So I'm going to walk you through that. The first thing I need to do is come to my EM4. And I'm in the wrong thing here. Let's start all over again because I want to show you where I got that. EM4. Wait. Come to my EM4. That page is going to be important. I just want to show you how I got to that page. So I'm logged in. I'm going to come to my teacher manual. I am going to come to menu. I am going to come to class management. Now here's all my information up here. The biggest thing that I need at this time is this login URL information. So I am going to copy this. Being funny, sorry. I'm going to copy this information. I'm hitting Command C. I could also do that from Edit, Copy. And then I'm going to come back to my Clever page. I'm going to hit Add, and I'm going to hit Link. I'm going to paste that, so that's Command V, or again, Edit, Paste. I'm going to title it, so I'm going to come to my title, and I'm going to call it EM4, and I'm going to pick my icon. I could upload an image if I wanted to, and I'm going to add the link. That's going to come straight down to my newly added, and again, I'm going to want to add that up here to my math box. And here's what I wanted to show you. So now it's going to take you to your page, that URL, to your school's URL information. So your students are just still going to need to know to find your class and then to choose their name and what their password is. So I have 2 pretend students in here, so they would need to do that, right? So that just makes that easy. So again, even when they're going to EM4 that does not communicate with Clever, they can still get there. You could add videos that you wanted the kids to watch. You could add anything to this Clever page via the link. You have over 500 apps, but you also have links. So that just gives you a little bit of information there. Now I want to come back. I want to show you another cool thing that Clever has. It's called Help a Student. So you got a new student in your class or at the beginning of the year, and the student's trying to log into Clever and it's not working. Their passcode has to be reset. Something is off. I can at least get them in for time being. This is good for 20 minutes. You scroll down, you click their name, it's going to give you a code. You're going to log in to Clever and it's going to say, get help logging in, and that is where you would put that code in. So that will be important. It is only a 20-minute fix. So you're still going to have to do a help desk ticket, but at least in that moment, you can get your students in and working without having to wait for that help desk ticket to be done. So that is a little bit about adding links, about adding apps, and about getting help for our different classes. So the last thing that I want to kind of show is well, two more things. I want to show you the analytical button. So this is a cool button, and it's going to show you how long students have been on. Here would list all of their names. It would tell you their last activity, the last resource they used, and it also has your parent contact information from Infinite Campus right here on this page. Actually, let's just do a second here. I'm going to log out of me and I'm going to log into one of my friends' Clever account that is a teacher so you can kind of see what this looks like completely. So as you can see, here's all her. She does not use Clever at this time, but I'm going to highly recommend that she uses Clever in the future. But you can see all your students. You can see the last time that they logged in. You can see the parent contact information. Okay, you can also see certain resources. So if I wanted to see Dreambox, the last time they were on Dreambox, I can just pull up Dreambox. So anything that you have in there, any resources, you'd be able to see on there as well. Now I want to show you real quick while I'm into a teacher's page what that would look like. So you can see over here are all her students, and her students that are logged in with Clever right now are 2 of them actually. Let's go back and find them on here so we can see. So you can see, so here's a few that have used the Google app, and you can see the last time that they logged in, one was 6 days ago, one was 3 days ago, one was a day ago, one was online in Google Classroom 5 hours ago. So it really could be a very helpful tool if you train your students to log in through Clever. So let's come back here again. Let's go into her page again. Last thing that I want to show you. I want to show you, I could launch an app. So if my students are online in my classroom remotely and I have them all online and I know they're there and I want them to switch. So right now, let's pretend that they were in Google Classroom and I'm going to switch them to EM4. I can launch anybody that's online right now would get switched to EM4. So, and then the last tool that will definitely need, especially my K through 2 teachers, is download student badges. So I downloaded their badges. It's going to show up here. Even with remote learning, I could use these badges. I could literally screenshot and send each parent their individual badge. And then they could use another device. So let's say I can pull up, if I email the parent a badge, they could pull the badge up on their phone, or they could print their badge. And then when they come over here, they would just click log in with a badge. They would scan their badge, and then it would take them directly into, it's going to take us back to the teacher page, but it would take them to the QR reader. You would scan it, and then that child would get in. So my K1, 2 students wouldn't even need to know their Google login information ever because they could always just scan in with their badge. So that's a little bit about Clever. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me anytime. It's dbuckus@waukeganpublicschools.org. Thank you. Stay safe, healthy, and see you soon.